What's going on, guys? So I wanted to make this video really quickly because while I was watching the Kombat cast yesterday, something happened during the Kombat cast that made me, it confirmed every single thing I've been saying about Mortal Kombat 11. And now I might catch a bit of flack for this. Some people may disagree with me, some people, I've been called out on it many times, but a very specific set of words came out of Tyler Lansdown's mouth, which I thought was very telling considering Mortal Kombat 11 is supposed to be a competitive game and not a party game. And I've had this conversation for a long time now. I apologize if there's any noise in the background. I'm making this video very quickly. My brother's decided to take a shower, so I'm just going to show you what Tyler Lansdown has said that has made me go, well, I was right. I'll play it here for you real quick.
Into the corner. You can do max damage, you can get really good OP. There's all these different options for how you combo, depending on how you have in the water.
There's no better feeling too in our games. We have a lot of characters who have a move that makes the other player have nothing they can do, and like doing it where like I can choose to throw you up, down, back, forward, doesn't matter.
We like having moves in our games that make it so the other player has nothing they can do. This is a competitive fighting game. Now, I've gone on Twitter and I've been on my YouTube channel, on Facebook, Instagram, whatever, and I've said many times that Mortal Kombat is a beautiful looking game. It's really flashy. It has very cool characters, even though a lot of the cool characters are missing. It still has a lot of cool characters in Mortal Kombat 11. But one thing it doesn't have is the people behind the development. At least I don't think, in my opinion, up until this point, that they actually understood what it meant to design a competitive fighting game. I think they're more concerned with designing a flashy fighting game, which is fine. Me saying that it's not a competitive fighting game, it hasn't got proper risk reward ratio. The consequences for players' actions are just not there. This pretty much confirms that Tyler Lansdown said they like having moves in the game that make the other person like feel like they can't do anything, or they can't do anything. They literally can't do anything. Let's play it back one more time.
There's no better feeling too in our games. We have a lot of characters who have a move that makes the other player have nothing they can do.
Okay, literally make the other player have nothing they can do. He said no better feeling. Now, that is obviously something that caters towards lower level players, which is fine. Again, I'm not saying that what NRS is doing is wrong, because at the end of the day, they're there to sell units. And in selling units, the game has sold over 8 million copies. So for someone like maybe like a friend of mine or my brothers, they don't really understand how to play fighting games. They having a move that makes them feel powerful. I get why people would want to play that character. I get why people would want to buy Mortal Kombat. It makes them feel like they're strong. And I've told people before that the competitive side of this game makes up less than 1%. There's 8 million copies sold. I'm telling you now, the competitive side makes up less than 1%. And we may be more vocal than the rest of the hundreds of thousands or millions of people, but we are a very small minority in this scene. Next time I'm having a conversation with someone, or this isn't an arrogance thing, this isn't oh I told you so, even though, I mean, he said it right there. You are literally put in situations where you cannot do anything. Whether that be giving a character really good fireballs and having fireballs pass through each other, so if you're on like 1% health, you can't have a fireball war anymore. Whether it's being in a block string that has a lot of pushback on it and you can't punish them, so you just gotta eat the chip. Whatever situation you're in, there are situations in this game, as confirmed by someone that is part of the team, even if he is just a community manager. It's true. I mean, you could see it on day one and you can see it now a year later. They put moves in this game that make you feel defenseless. So if you're wondering why people they rip Mortal Kombat a lot, while they give it a lot of shit, while they complain a lot, why they feel so frustrated. Yeah, you get frustrated at Tekken, you get frustrated at Street Fighter, Virtua Fighter, Smash Bros, Killer Instinct, any fighting game, but Mortal Kombat is the most frustrating because out of all those games, I'm always like, okay, I could have done this there, I could have parried this, I could have countered that, I could have ducked there, I could have jumped here. In Mortal Kombat, there are situations where you cannot do anything, and for a competitive fighting game, that is shit. For a casual fighting game, that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. That's some Mario Party shit. But for a competitive fighting game, that is dog shit. That is absolute dog shit. So next time I'm having a conversation with someone, I'm saying, yeah, no, like, it's not your fault, bro. Like, the game is designed for you to be frustrated and for you to get angry there, for the aggressor to just mash buttons. Just mash buttons, do whatever they want, because the game doesn't teach players risk versus reward or consequences properly. That's just the way it is. Anyway, I wanted to highlight that. I don't know if that went over people's heads, but saying in a competitive fighting game that we put moves in the game that make the defender feel like there's nothing they can do. That's shit. That's just shit. There's no other way to put it.